Good evening, everyone. I welcome you to this public forum of Oberon Council. We have quite a number of speakers tonight, so I'd ask you to limit your speeches to 3 minutes, please. Could you please start by addressing council, giving your name and title and what the issue you're addressing is, please. If you have any notes from what you're saying, if you could hand them at the end to the Executive Assistant Sharon, please. So if we could commence, I'd ask Arthur Parker to come forward, please.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and thank you to the manager of the council and fellow councillors. My name is Arthur Parker, and I'm the Vice President of the Oberon Men's Shed. And I'd like to speak in support of the motion that Councillor O'Connor will put forward later in the meeting. My introduction, Shirley and I arrived in Oberon on a Friday the 20th of August under a COVID licence, not knowing anyone in Oberon. On the first Saturday that we attended the Oberon market, and I met two people there, John Zammett and John Bryan. Both men asked me to join the men's shed on Tuesday. So I went along to the men's shed, and it was great. I just loved the conversation and the jovial part of the men's shed. On Monday, the 23rd, we had 100 mil of snow, which was a real introduction to Oberon, and it was absolutely fantastic. Tuesday, the men's shed meeting I went to, I was introduced to all the other members, totaling about 10. I totally enjoyed the day, paid my membership, and it was just so friendly and that sort of thing. Members were made up of retired businessmen, farmers, mechanics, woodworkers, etc. Talk was very interesting and a lot of laughter. It was all light-hearted, and it's the discussion. Two people working on bikes and 4 others playing cards. Tea and coffee and biscuits were all supplied. I love the men's shed and its purpose. Men's health, both mental and bodily. We have had many speakers during this time or the time I've been there on dental health, prostate trouble, heart problems, and the Red Cross have also come in and done health checks. Things not normally men would talk about. So it's great what the men's shed's doing. The help we can give our community as well as our members. David picks Robert up from the hospital and brings him down on his walker, and he just absolutely loves the men's shed and what it does and what it stands for. The big thing that
2.5 minutes, Arthur.
Yeah, thank you. Ian Thayers, and most of you would know Ian, is a man that we've been able to help and give a lot of help to, and he just loves the men's shed. We supplied him with a trike that he can get around. We've just put in a new landing into his house so he can get into the house. Our membership is now approaching 40, and we've totally outgrown our facilities. Statistics show that Oberon is a growing area, and we must keep up with that growth. Our facilities at the moment are inadequate, really inadequate. I love Oberon, I love the men's shed, and I love the area in its community. Councillor Wards.
3 minutes, Arthur.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, Michelle Swan. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Chair. Michelle Swan, Black Springs Community Association Secretary. I speak in support of item 9.4 in the section 355 Hall Committee, Black Springs. This view is based on practical experience and outcomes. It is not criticism of past volunteers. Rather, the Section 355 committee structure is no longer necessary or appropriate for managing the Black Springs Hall and associated council areas within the village. The BSCA and council already work effectively under the adopted MOU without relying on Section 3554 committee. Engagement has been direct and transparent with updates to BSCA meetings, focused on outcomes and has delivered clear community benefit. Together, we've delivered major projects, including security screens at the hall, war memorial upgrades with the mayor himself assisting with a large amount of the installation, and upcoming discussions around the installation of Telstra Go repeaters supplied by the BSCA to address long-standing connectivity needs. These results show that strong outcomes are being delivered without the Section 355 framework. Maintaining both an incorporated association and a Section 355 committee has duplicated effort, blurred responsibilities and added unnecessary administration. The BSCA is an incorporated body with elected office bearers, established governance and accountability to its members, with the addition of a council delegate present during meetings. Direct engagement between council and the association provides clearer responsibility, simpler governance and better representation for the community. Supporting dissolution does not mean stepping away from council. It recognises that the current collaboration is working and allows it to continue in a more streamlined and practical form, consistent and respectful of council's management role. For these reasons, the association is in support of dissolving the Section 3554 committee as the best option for good governance and positive outcomes for Black Springs. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Michelle. Peter Shepherd. Peter? Yeah.
Mayor, councillors, staff members, my name is Peter Shepherd. I'm speaking in relation to item 8.1, landowner implications, sale of unpaid land rates. I'm the adjoining owner of lots 5 and 6 DP 1206334 on O'Connell Road, more than 40 years. I have used and maintained this land as the driveway to my home. I've mowed it, maintained it, repaired fences. It's always been part of my property in every practical sense. I have no reason to believe that it was anything else. Like many people, I trusted that when roadworks and land resumptions were done years ago, everything had been sorted properly at the time. To find out now, later, that these parts still exist separately, that they were being sold because of unpaid rates. It's been extremely stressing. When I became aware of the forced sale, I was genuinely worried about losing access to my own home. The thought that someone could purchase these parcels and potentially lock a gate and restrict access. There's nothing that anyone should have done, should have to do with after living there for 40 years. This isn't about the land on a map. This is my home, where my children grow up, where I built a life with my late wife, Sharon, and where I live today. The stress this cause has been real. Financial impact has been real, and the uncertainty is still there because the underlying issue that hasn't actually been fixed. I didn't create this situation. It's come from something that wasn't properly resolved decades ago. That's why I support this motion. It's not about blaming anyone, it's about making sure that it doesn't happen to someone else down the track. No one should have to go through this just to fix something that they didn't call it. I ask council to support this motion, put something in place so a situation doesn't happen again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Peter. Anita Rogers. John Carlo Benny. Yep. Matthew Doughton. We have Christina Mobbs.
Good evening, council and council members. I'm Christina Mobbs. I'm here on behalf of my son, John Elmere, and his friend, Jack Kennedy, plus several other kids in the community. So we want to put forward today, propose maybe the opportunity to build a pump track in the area. We believe that with the recent change in the social media ban, that the kids would benefit greatly from an outdoor space. It would be a good opportunity to keep kids fit whilst riding their bikes. Good for their mental health and general well-being. This helps the kids stay outdoors. The pump track could be also help the community by bringing new people and tourists to the town. Do you want to add anything? Say what you want to say.
What you need to say.
I just think a pump track would be alright, just fun for the kids, get outside, yes.
So we quite often travel every weekend to go to Bike Park, which obviously now with the fuel costs, adding a lot of strain on our family. But yeah, we've been out to the Mudgee one, which is quite good. So I don't know if we can get some plans for that and have a look and see where we could potentially put it. Maybe at the new football field, there's a lot of empty space there. But yeah, I think it'll just keep the kids active and out of trouble mainly. That's one things we don't need in Oberon is kids causing havoc. So yeah. But that's basically it.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anita, would you like to address us now, please?
Sure. Sorry,
Thank you.
to everybody. So I understand I'm speaking today in relation to 9.3 on the agenda, in relation to the draft Oberon housing strategy plan. So I just wanted to express some reservations in relation to the terms of the recommendation to council. Mostly in relation to point 2, that the council support the revisions to the draft Oberon housing strategy as it currently stands. Having not had sufficient time to really go through the nearly 1,000 pages of documents that were appended to the agenda, the revisions, as I can see it, on review of the 84 submissions, there are 84 submissions, not 83. There was a mistake, a numerical mistake in relation to one of the submissions. The 59 of the submissions oppose, in relation to the O'Connell Valley community, the current drafting of the housing strategy in relation to options 1, 2, and 3. For myriad reasons, not wanting a village, not necessarily in favour of small lots, lack of notice of community engagement, a lack of introduction of the options 2 and 3 into the draft housing strategy plan at a very late date. So speaking to those objections, that accounts to, so there's of 84 submissions, 59 are from the O'Connell Valley community, 41 oppose the current draft, 8 are in favour. So that represents a 70% opposition to the plans as they're currently contained in the draft report. So that speaks to option 2. So I would oppose the council supporting the current drafting of the housing strategy plan. And in relation to recommendation 3, that the public exhibition period be extended from 28 to 56 or at least 84 days. So a longer period for people to digest the options. And that is it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Anita. Bill Findlay?
Yes, just speaking in regard to the rezoning of the area between Bailey's Lane and Ern's Hill Road. There was an application included recently, submission, but I wasn't expecting these fast to speak straight away. My apologies. The main point of my submission is that if that land is subsequently sold, it will probably be sold to forestry. And if that happens, that really doesn't do very much for the town of Oberon, while it's a small land area. But if it's actually able to be subdivided into smaller lots of, say, 5 hectares as we're proposing, excuse me, then there's the opportunity for further growth for Oberon, for more housing for younger families who want to have reasonable sized lots and are able to actually take advantage of the environment in Oberon to, run a few cows and have a decent sort of living and add back into the community of Oberon as well. So very short submission, but thank you for your time. Cheers.
Thanks very much.
No one was registered, but I'm not sure. Yes.
So anyway, we do have a little bit of time. We can have another couple of speakers.
Anyone want to talk about anything?
All right, thank you very much. So we will close this public forum and we'll resume at 5:30 with the council meeting. Thank you very much.